I just established no reviews this week for games, so this is gonna be a direct, continuation of the last video where that was me talking about the Sonic panel at South by Southwest, and I talked about the Sonic movie and why I think should be at that panel. So we might as well talk about the movie itself. The movie will come out November 15th, 2019. Originally, it was supposed to be made by Sony, but then it was put in a turnaround, and then Paramount got the rights. Some people think, I don't know, it's pros and cons to that. It's a pro because it's not Sony, although Sony has been doing pretty good for themselves as of late. They had that massive hit Jumanji, and Peter Rabbit's doing pretty well, and everyone thought that was going to be an abomination, but it turns out it wasn't. So they have a little bit of momentum going on. But before that, it was just awful. So bad. They had Emoji Movie and it was Ghostbusters, that abomination, Pixels. It was a mess over there. I'm glad they sorted it out. Because, those were some bad years. But yeah. And a pro, because, Paramount will probably push it a little. Well, Sony has marketing, actually, but that's a con. Cons. Paramount is struggling horribly right now. They haven't had a big hit in what feels like years, since, Mission Impossible 5. Mission Impossible is, the only thing that's going for them. Transformers faltered. Star Trek faltered. Nick Charles is just limbo. It's not going good. So, yeah, and also Paramount also has a tendency, they made the Transformers movies. Granted, it's not the same people as Transformers, but still. Also, funny fact, I just realized between Sonic and Smurfs, not only because both are blue, but it's because both are in the same situation, except the roles were reversed. With Smurfs, it was really supposed to be a Paramount, but then went over to Sony. But for Sonic, it was really supposed to be at Sony, but then went to Paramount. How crazy of a coincidence is that? So, I guess after that, I guess I might as well talk to you about who's in the movie, the director, writers. But I have to get where is it? Oh, there it is. It's a much smaller one, my Amazon Kindle. This is not a sponsorship. Just saying. If anyone thinking I'm just going to be like that, I'm not going to be go buy your book at audible.com. No. I don't like that. I don't want to be corporate, because it doesn't feel right, honestly. Somebody have Sonic the Hedgehog Movie. Looking it up. Trying to find it. Let's go to Sonic Wiki, because, that's a better place. Okay. It's going to be filming in Atlanta in July. That's pretty cool. So it's going to be the first in a planned series, which, actually, I wouldn't mind if the first, but problem is that they shouldn't do that, because what happens, this happened to the Dark Universe. You focus too much on making a franchise. You don't focus on that one movie, that first movie. You gotta make sure that first movie is good. That way people want more. If the first movie's not good, people are not gonna want more. So please, Paramount, don't make that mistake. Please. It's a lot harder than it looks to look this up. Other media, television, film. So, okay. The director is Jeff Fowler. Not sure, what he's doing. He's more or less new to the scene. He's not doing much. He nominated for an Oscar. But he'll make his directorial debut with Sonic the Hedgehog, which is a little scary, but, crazy things have happened. And then, Tim Miller, yes, the man who made Deadpool. Yeah. He'll be an executive producer on this movie, so hopefully it still has some decent quality to it. This Deadpool I thought was phenomenal. I'm not sure about Deadpool 2. I know Tim Miller got kicked off of that. I've heard test screens for Deadpool 2 are just terrible. And it's in reshoots. Hopefully I'm wrong. It's at least decent. Because just because you get last minute reshoots doesn't mean the movie's doomed. I mean, Rogue One got last minute reshoots and that still turned out okay. For the most part. So, yeah. Apparently there was like a script floating around what the plot would be, and it would basically be like Sonic Adventure-ish. And it would have like Sonic, Tails, Amy, Eggman, obviously. No Knuckles. Which is dumb. And they have Rouge for some reason, even though she was introduced in Sonic Adventure 2. Really stupid. And then you have like these human characters, obviously, and it would just be like a typical plot. But here's what I want it to be. So I would write Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I would be like, screw setting up anything, because people already know who Sonic is and who his cast of characters are. Everyone knows that already. The internet especially. So I would have all the characters already be established. Make it to like an anniversary title. Almost like Sonic Forces. And I would still have humans, because I know they're going to do it anyway. Might as well just keep them. But I would make Sonic the main focus, not the humans. Don't pull a Transformers. Please. Eggman, I don't know if he will be CGI. If it was a human-looking Eggman, they already tried that before and it creeped everybody out. I don't want it to be a realistic-looking Eggman, because that's just real unsettling. I think the only way to do him right is CGI. It will look weird, but it's the only way to do it right. In my eyes, so yeah. And all of the Sonic characters will obviously be in CGI, and I don't want the whole world to be in CGI because that's too much. That turns people off. So it would be cool to have like realistic, like real looking backgrounds and whatnot. Kind of like what The Good Dinosaur had like in its backgrounds, how realistic those look, because that looked amazing. Sure, the movie wasn't very good, but the backgrounds were phenomenal. They looked so lifelike. And that's what I want in the movie. The humor, I want it to be a right mix of appealing to children, but don't appeal to the little children. Don't go toilet humor route. Please. Make it to like middle schoolish children. And like teens and adults, because that's the real moneymaker right there. It would be nice to appeal to everybody, but mainly the older audience, because they're the most familiar with Sonic. Who the villain would be? Well, other than Eggman, Infinite would be cool, but I don't think enough people have bought Sonic Forces to know exactly who Infinite is. Unless to do with Sonic Forces, release a Sonic Forces sequel, right when the movie comes out, which would be awesome. So yeah. I want to pick Infinite. Maybe Chaos. Maybe Chaos. I think Chaos would work as a villain in a movie. What the plot would be. That's a question. No, no hole in the sky, no getting pushed to the. They already did go. Sonic characters go to the human world, but don't overdo it. Don't do it like Smurfs. Don't do it like Transformers. Actually, Transformers didn't do that, but don't do it like Smurfs. That's a horrible idea. I would make all the characters, human characters, relatable, simple. Don't force them down the viewer's throat. Just have them be there to advance the plot, and don't just be there just to stall everything. Yeah, I'd have all the characters. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. You can save some of the others for sequels if you make some. The music, because music is the most important part in Sonic. I would maybe use music from the games, maybe a couple tracks here and there from familiar games, but I also would create new music, good music, not cheesy music. Well, cheesy, they've done cheesy Sonic songs and they've been great, but don't go too cheesy. Don't go too kid friendly, because that's where you can reach a pitfall. But yeah, those are like all the things I'd want in a Sonic movie. Just have it be about Sonic. Avoid being too childish. Have enough characters that will satisfy fans. Don't focus on the human characters that much. Don't focus on them. Well, actually, them exploring a human world is actually interesting. They did that with Sonic X, but they didn't quite go all the way with it. Maybe do that, but don't make it terrible, honestly. Because video game movies have had a curse for the last 25 years. All of them, with the exception of the Mortal Kombat movies, mainly because they're entertaining and Annihilation is just so bad it's amazing. But all of them have been terrible. Universally described as terrible. And Tomb Raider will likely be the same. So, yeah, those are like all the things like I'd want a Sonic movie to be. So, Sega, Sonic Team, Paramount, Tim Miller, Jeff Fowler, any of you are listening, please listen to this video. It'll be, because that way I give you some points on what to do. Because you want to make a good movie, for the fans, and maybe introduce new fans to the material, but don't do it like you did. Don't do it like all the others. Be different. Alright, don't fall into the pitfalls that the others have had. Like the Dark Universe and Transformers and Smurfs and all that. Don't. It's better if you just do your own thing. Make it fun, exciting, humorous, and make it something that all the fans would enjoy. Because that's all I want. So then make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. And I am out.